first thing I thought about when I woke up. I forgot.
Yeah. They got air conditioning over at Hurricanes. Mr. Foster, you ready, sir?
I am.
All rise. Oyez, the Allen County Commission of the County of Putnam is now sitting in regular session to transact all business required of by law or any other business that may come before it at this time. And now the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, what do you have for us today?
Gentlemen, I have a pretty easy day for you. I have a budget revision that I'm going to present to you later. Registers. Yeah, so have your ed registers for your approval for paying the bills. Other than that, I have nothing.
Make a motion to approve the invoices as reflected in the ed registers as presented by the county clerk.
Second. Have a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Prior meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve prior meeting minutes as been presented.
Second. A motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Erroneous assessments combine and divide.
Didn't have any, right?
None. Personnel payroll changes.
Make a motion to approve personnel and payroll changes as presented.
Second. Got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Payment of bills.
Make a motion to approve payment of bills.
Second. Got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Commissioner reports.
We have a Development Authority meeting coming up next Tuesday, the 22nd at 4:30 p.m. And that's all I have to report at this time.
Commissioner Ellis.
We had a fire board meeting last Thursday. It was moved from Tuesday to Thursday, but we're back meeting in person, so everything's good to go.
Region 2 Workforce Development Executive Committee meets at noon on the 29th, and the Planning Commission meets tonight at 7. We have a lot on the agenda today from the Planning Commission as well. Any public comments for anything that is not on the agenda? Seeing none, state settlements, fiduciary orders.
Yes, just need a motion for the president to sign off on the fiduciary orders.
Make a motion to approve estate settlements and fiduciary orders and authorize the president to sign.
Second.
Got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I'm going to come back to the other ones later. We'll go to Community Development Block Grant Award Announcement for Jim Ridge Phase 2 Waterline Extension. Terry Martin, Regional Intergovernmental Council.
Good morning. My name is Terry Martin. I'm with the Regional Council in South Charleston. Just wanted to announce that on June 7th, the governor made an award of $1.5 million to the Jim Ridge Phase 2 project. We are fully funded now. We're moving forward. I have Jim Nagy here. He is working on the design. He is about 50% done with the design, with easements, and with user agreements. I think he's farther along with the user agreements than he is with everything else, because they went out and received those. Senator Jeffries, which is very helpful in this process as far as receiving the award, is here, and my colleague Sawana Ellis, which will be doing a lot of the work to get up to construction and through construction, is here. So I guess I'm open to any questions that the commission might have, or any updates from the engineer.
When do we start?
We've proposed to have, and the first is to have an implementation meeting where they bring the contract for you to sign as far as the award. We've proposed that to be on the 24th of June, a week from Thursday, and at 3:30, and then put the agreement on the agenda for the 24th that evening.
Okay.
We want to make sure that this thing continues on. We don't want to have any lags. We've still got to go through and receive a waiver from the Public Service Commission and get the design completed and approved both by the Development Office and also by the Infrastructure Council. I'm thinking that we're probably going to be authorization to bid somewhere around October, November, with probably bid opening somewhere in January, starting out the new season. So, but it's moving very well so far.
The number one question we get asked is when will construction starts, so I'm gonna guess March of next year approximately, March, April?
February or March of next year, yes.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you so much, Terry, for all your efforts, and Senator Jeffries, glad to see you here, and thank you for pushing the projects for us. You've done a great job on that side of the river, and we really do appreciate that. And Jim, thank you for your work and getting stuff moving forward for us.
The other thing I'll ask, appreciate the efforts on this. I know there's been delays in new applications. I mean, again, thanks to Senator Jeffries, we've been successful in helping getting some of these pushed along. When should we start application process again, or be thinking, are there things we need to be doing?
The 2021 applications are probably going to be announced in the next month. They'll have a 90-day period. I think we should probably start looking immediately to do some planning and to at least do a preliminary engineering report on those sections. You've already decided. We have some information as far as low and mod that we did 2 summers ago.
When we updated everything.
And we can update that and look at that and see if that's the direction you want to go. But we'll have public hearings for that, and we'll move forward and work with Jim to move forward. I'm not sure that you would be able to get a grant when you already have a grant, but you can put the application in
right.
and at least get that information to them. So in 2022, that might be a possibility.
I agree. Senator, would you like to say anything, or? Yeah.
I will go ahead and read this into the record. It's from the Governor's Office. Dear President Foster, thank you for your application for funding through the fiscal year 2020 Community Development Block Grant CDBG program for the Jim Ridge Phase 2 Waterline Extension Project. This project will provide potable water to residents of Jim Ridge from the Jim B extension that was completed in prior years. Your request has been approved in the amount of $1,500,000. The West Virginia Development Office, WVDO, will be administering these funds and will be in contact with you. And it goes on to give us our contacts. But anyway, thank you so much, everybody that had a big part in that effort.
Absolutely. And that's, we're anticipating 74 homes. Go, yeah, come on, Jim.
We had about 60 signups, but as we get along in this process, I mean, everybody is very enthusiastic, and I'll say to Senator Jeffries, the folks out there, they've all said, you know, I've heard this for so many years, and now I say, okay, it's finally going to happen. So, you know, we've got all the user agreements that we need to make the project go already been signed. I sent a copy of that to Jeremy and gave him a copy of our progress set of our drawings. And we're in the process of getting the rest of the existing utilities marked. We'll get that done this week. So very soon I'll have a set of drawings that I can go meet with Western American Water, meet with Jeremy, and then we can go over, and then shortly after that we're ready to submit to the health department. So things are moving along pretty good. And then I've got to get with Terry, and there's a whole list of hoops we've got to jump through and a lot of information we need to provide. But we've really got to jump on things by getting started on the preliminary engineering, getting a lot of this out of the way. I've got the environmental clearances except for fish and wildlife, and they seem to be a little slow, but there's not too many fish out in the ridge, so.
Before you go, if there are people who have been thinking about building a home and they start a home on, in proximity to the line that we're running out there, would this be a good time for them to ask to get signed up as well?
Oh, yeah, and then while I'm out there, I mean, I've had a lot of folks, actually, there's been a couple homes been started, so I'm going back to the same place, and, you know, somebody else on their property, you know, has already got another house started, signed up right away, and then, I think as you see us get a little bit further along, people are enthusiastic, and they finally will make the decision, go ahead and put a trailer out there, or move, whatever. So I think in the end, we're gonna have way more than we need. I mean, because it's beautiful out there,
Right.
just needs to, you know, people need water.
What's a tap fee out there? The tap fee,
Well, there's no tap fee if they sign up.
if they sign up now?
Underway.
That's the advantage of doing it now.
But it is, yeah.
Okay,
So that's a bit of an incentive. But anyway.
that is an incentive.
I'll start keeping you up to date as I meet with Jeremy and give you guys a monthly update on what's going on.
Hey, Jim, if you haven't already, could you share the feasibility study that we've done for the future projects with Senator Jeffries? I don't know, do you have a copy of that, Senator? Won't you share that with Senator Jeffries if you wouldn't mind?
Okay.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Decision regarding formal complaints received by the Office of Planning and Infrastructure and recommendations for the County Commission action by the Day of Board, case number 2019-10.
Good morning.
Morning.
I have submitted to the Commission a findings of fact summary for day of case 2019-10. If the County Commission wishes, I can read this into the record, or we can move on to the formal complaint.
Larry, do you think we need to read it into the record?
Probably need a brief summary anyway.
Okay, go ahead with a brief summary.
So the initial complaint was received by Patricia Usher in June of 2019. And however, this is one of the cases that did get rebooted. So a written complaint was received on or about December 7th, 2020, that alleged that a dilapidated and abandoned structure, refuse, or debris was located on private lands in Putnam County that posed a hazard to the community. Within 30 days of receipt of that written complaint, an inspection was conducted on December 8th, 2020 for the property located at 98 Harmon Drive, and that's Scott Depot, tax map 223, parcel 142.4. Photographs of that inspection is attached as Exhibit A. Landowners of the property are Lewis M. and Judy A. Moore. Copy of the deed and tax records are attached as Exhibit B. That as a result of the on-site inspection, it was determined that due to a structure or structures or the accumulation of refuse or debris on private property existed, that the conditions are unsafe, unsanitary, dangerous, or detrimental to the public safety and welfare, and should be repaired, altered, improved, vacated, removed, closed, cleaned, or demolished. Following the on-site inspection, a certified letter was sent to the property owners. That certified letter was signed on December 21st, 2020. I'm sorry. The landowners was sent a certified letter on December 21st, 2020, but the owners did not sign for the certified letter, but responded via phone and letter. Copy of the certified letter receipt, phone records, and letter are attached as Exhibit C. That the landowners have failed to respond with an appropriate plan within 30 days of receipt of that certified letter, and that the landowners submitted a written response within the 30-day time frame. However, the DAYA, after reviewing the response, did not find the plan to be appropriate based upon the ordinance. Copy of the landowner's written response is attached as Exhibit D. The DAYA thereafter reconsidered the matter to determine whether its previous findings still existed. Upon that determination, They did direct the county engineer or other qualified employee. These recommendations shall include the removal of all debris from demolished structure as well as all trash, refuse, any other debris from off the lot of record. There are photographs for you to review. I took those recently. Which was on June the 8th, 2021.
Do you have 3 orders?
I'm sorry?
Do you have the orders?
Yes.
May I have the orders and we'll pass them across?
Is attachment J the most recent photos?
Yes, those are the most recent photos.
Those are the most recent, okay.
And I have received 2 phone calls recently that some of that debris is being blown into the butters' yards. So that's why I wanted to move forward with this.
Okay. This one dragged on a long, long, long time. I
Yes.
say this one has dragged on a long, long time.
It has 3 years and 6 months, and it has been in the Solid Waste Authority's hands, but the debris's been there for a while.
What was Solid Waste Authority's role in this?
They're supposed to demolish the structure, remove all debris, and then go in and level the ground. So I've contacted them a few times on this matter, and we're waiting for a credit renewal, so I waited for that. Then they said that they are waiting for the ground to dry. A few weeks later, I asked again, and they're still waiting on the ground to dry, so.
So these responses are from Solid Waste Authority or from the homeowner?
Which response?
About waiting on the ground to dry?
That's from the Solid Waste Authority, yeah. But with the recent phone calls I've received from abutters, it's become a nuisance.
It's still incumbent upon the owner to work with Solid Waste Authority, and that should have been done long ago, because that started back in December, if I'm not.
Yeah.
Yes,
Looks that way.
So I think if we apply what leverage we can here, that would put pressure on the homeowner to get something worked out with Solid Waste Authority, but it's really not Solid Waste Authority's responsibility, it's the responsibility of the owner.
right.
So what's our next step in order to
So I'm
get them to
petitioning,
accelerate the cleanup?
I'm petitioning the county commission to accept and file formal complaint against the property
Okay.
owners.
So we need to accept the petition and then order the filing of the complaint.
Yeah, so in that order there's 2 orders. One is if you find probable cause. The last order is to serve the formal complaint on the landowner.
I believe we find probable cause, or I personally find probable cause. I don't know if the other commissioners do.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I'll make a motion to accept the petition for probable cause regarding case number 2019-10 has been presented.
Second?
Have a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And now you want us to file the order, right?
Right.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to file the order regarding case 2019-10 has been presented.
Second?
Have a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, 2021-12.
I'm petitioning the county commission to accept and file formal complaint of case number 2021-12, respondent Andrea Frame. A written complaint was received on May the 10th, 2021, that alleged that a dilapidated and abandoned structure, refuse, or debris was located on private land in Putnam County that posed a hazard to the community. Within 30 days of receipt of the written complaint, an inspection was conducted on May 14th, 2021, for the property located at 1063 Brendanwood Lane, Hurricane, West Virginia, tax map 233, parcels 51 and 52. Photographs taken at the time of that inspection is attached as Exhibit A. The landowners of the property is Andrea Frame. Copy of the deed and/or tax records are attached as Exhibit B. That as a result of the on-site inspection, it was determined that due to a structure or structures or the accumulation of refuse or debris on private property existed, and that the conditions are unsafe, unsanitary, dangerous, or detrimental to the public safety and welfare, and should be repaired, altered, improved, vacated, removed, closed, cleaned, or demolished. Landowners were sent a notification of complaint by certified letter, and that the landowner did sign for that certified letter on May the 20th, 2021. A return receipt is attached as Exhibit C. The DAA directed the county engineer or other technically qualified county employee to prepare a complaint listing the specific findings of the investigation and to make recommendations for cleanup. These recommendations shall include the removal of the structure or property repair.
So again, same status, we need to determine if we find probable cause and
Right,
we'll file the
yes.
petition.
This house is, the door is gone. The front door is gone, and it's full of trash and refuse inside the home. The structure roof is sagging. The foundation is sagging when I went to inspect.
So no, did I understand correctly, no response since they received their certified letter?
No.
I'll make a motion to file a petition regarding case number 2021-12.
Second?
Have a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. So do we follow up with another, to submit the order?
Yes.
Yes. Also make a motion to submit the order regarding case number 2021-12.
Second.
Have a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Case number 2021-13.
Yes, I did inspect this property on Friday. I took it before the DAA, and the property is actually cleaned up now. So I don't think I'm going to read the formal complaint. I just want to show you the before and after pictures. The DAA had directed the county employee to do recommendations that they remove the structures and trash and all of this, and the property is very well cleaned up now. I've actually received a few phone calls from people in the neighborhood thanking us for getting this property cleaned up. So,
So since nothing's been filed, we don't have to dismiss it or anything as a case, or we?
you have to dismiss
We
if
still have
you
to
agree
dismiss
with the findings of the
Okay.
investigation.
And your recommendation is that we dismiss the case?
That is my recommendation. That's my recommendation.
Well, it's good to see that they responded in a very timely manner and got the property cleared up. I'll make a motion that we dismiss case 2021-13 as it's been presented.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 2021-19.
First, I want to point out that I think the perspective of the picture on this after I looked at it after the day of board's meeting, that it does appear that there's a gutter hanging from the roof coming down into the yard. That's actually a ladder, but the perspective, it does look like a gutter. There's, to me,
Are they using that to collect water through a cistern or something, or is it just the angle of
the angle of the picture, yeah. After the day of board, the last meeting said that they need to repair the gutters, I looked at the photograph, and then the day I was out there, and I know of that, that's a ladder. But the angle that I took the picture, it does appear to be a gutter. But there's nothing wrong with the gutters. I didn't see anything when I went out there. And the complaint was actually about them not mowing their grass. But they have mowed the grass since the complaint came in. So the homeowners did actually call me and said that they mowed the grass. So didn't know if you wanted me to read the entire formal complaint,
No,
knowing this
no,
new knowledge, and I do apologize for not catching that.
No, I'm assuming that you are recommending that we dismiss this case?
I make a motion that we dismiss case 2021-19 as it's been presented.
Second.
Have a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Now, they, when you talk to the owner, did they say they would keep the yard mowed so that we don't have to go
Yeah,
through this
the
process?
problem, they don't live there. The problem is that he works 7 days a week, and it's, but he said that he will do his best to try to keep it mowed. When I went, it looked like it hadn't been mowed in maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
So that's my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Case number 2021-30.
Yes, case number 2021-30, respondent Franklin Douglas. A written complaint was received on May the 25th, 2021, that alleged that a dilapidated and abandoned structure, refuse, or debris was located on private land in Putnam County that posed a hazard to the community. Within 30 days of that receipt of the written complaint, inspection was conducted on May 27th, 2021 for the property located at 84 4th Avenue, Bancroft, West Virginia, tax map 1, parcel 56. Photographs from that inspection is attached as Exhibit A. The landowners of the property is Franklin Douglas. A copy of the deed or tax records are attached as Exhibit B. That as a result of the on-site inspection, it was determined that due to a structure or structures or the accumulation of refuse or debris on private property existed, and that the conditions are unsafe, unsanitary, dangerous, or detrimental to the public safety and welfare, should be repaired, altered, improved, vacated, removed, closed, cleaned, or demolished. Following the on-site inspection, the landowners were notified by certified letter. The landowners did sign for the certified letter on or before June the 3rd, 2021. A return receipt is attached as Exhibit C. The DAA did direct the county engineer or other technically qualified county employee to prepare a complaint listing the specific findings of the investigation and to make their recommendations for cleanup, and that these recommendations shall include removal of all structures, there are 3 on the property, debris, trash, and any other debris from off the lot of record. Sheriff? The sheriff knows this property very well. Yeah. I don't know if you want to speak.
Larry, is there any reason we cannot proceed with civil as well as criminal?
You can do both.
Okay.
Keep pressure on.
Nope. I just want to make sure we had legal authority, now that I know.
I'll make a motion to, that we find probable cause and file the position regarding case number 2021-30 as it's been presented.
Second?
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye. I'll make a motion, we file the petition regarding case number 2021-30 as it's been presented.
Second?
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Case number 2021-14, that's all you needed on that one, right?
Yeah.
Case number 2021-14.
It's case 21-21-14 is respondent Contessa Leanne Nye. Written complaint was received on March 24th, 2021 that alleged that a dilapidated and abandoned structure, refuse or debris was located on private land in Putnam County that posed a hazard to the community. Within 30 days of receipt of the written complaint, an inspection was conducted on April 1st, 2021 for the property located at 386 Davis Drive in Poco, West Virginia, tax map 206, parcels 18.4 and 18.8. Photographs of that inspection are attached as Exhibit A. The landowners of the property is Contessa Leanne Nye. A copy of the deed and/or tax records are attached as Exhibit B. That as a result of the on-site inspection, it was determined that due to a structures or the accumulation of refuse or debris on private property existed, and that conditions are unsafe, unsanitary, dangerous, or detrimental to the public safety and welfare and should be repaired, altered, improved, vacated, removed, closed, cleaned, or demolished. Following an on-site inspection, a certified letter was sent to the property owner, and the landowners did sign for that certified letter on March 26, 2021. Return receipt is attached as Exhibit C. The day it directed the county engineer or other technically qualified county employee to prepare a complaint listing the specific findings of the investigation, and those recommendations for cleanup include all debris, non-operational vehicles, trash, refuse, refrigerator on the front porch, and any other debris from off the lot of record.
And you've received no response since?
She actually called me. It was an interesting conversation, let's just put it that way. Not too friendly, but basically they asked me if they can build a shanty around the refrigerator. I mean, that's how they talked to me that day. So they asked me who complained on them, and come to find out it was the sheriff's department. So she didn't call me after that.
This is one of the worst ones I've seen.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we find probable cause and receive the petition for case number 2021-14.
Second?
Have a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye. I make a motion we file an order regarding case number 2021-14 as it's been presented.
Second?
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Case number 2019-09.
This is actually up for sanctions. It has been over 60 days since the final order was served on the landowner. This is day case 2019-09. It's John Flora, which is formerly Diana L. Rogers. He was aware of the complaints and the orders against this property when he bought it. We gave him additional time to clean up that property. He did really well the first couple of weeks, and it's just stopped the last couple of months that I've been out there, and I'm almost out there every day. So I check that property a lot, but yeah, this is up for sanctions. 60 days has elapsed.
He has done some improvement,
Yes,
but it still looks bad.
yes. Yes.
So when we make a sanction, we can choose the effective date of that sanction and we notify them, is that
Yes, I send a
procedure?
letter, and then you tell me what the fine would be if you do initiate a fine. It could be up to $100 a day, depending on your ruling.
Okay. And do we send that certified?
Yes.
Any discussion?
I think we need to serve sanctions. My only question is amount and time frame. I don't know, one thought in my mind is to start the sanctions on the day that the letter is signed for, or the day after the letter is signed for. That way, instead of setting a specific date, that way they're fully aware of what is happening, and they can, it wouldn't take them long to clean that up if they would just respond.
Larry, I have a question regarding that. If somebody just decided they didn't want to sign for it, that would prevent us from being able to,
No, we process serve it after that.
we process
It's
serve.
happened
Okay.
to us
So we
a few
will find
times.
them. Okay. I would be, since they've made some kind of effort on this one, I would be, I would entertain having a lower rate to start on the sanctions and then progressively get higher.
How would that work? If we set in now and there's no action, could that be brought before us again to increase that sanction? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, do we have to do that, or can we not just assign those sanctions at this time? That way we don't have to bring it back in front of us.
Like start a sanction, then 2 weeks later it goes up if,
Just you give them, you started at whatever, $25, $50 a day, and then after 30 days, bump it up.
okay.
Give them a little bit of incentive to do it, and then, but I don't think we should give them a significant time. Really, if somebody spent, looks like to me, if they spent 2 good weekends in there, they could get that out of there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Any thoughts, Commissioner Ellis?
No, they definitely need to finish their project, but I agree with Commissioner Foster. Graduated
Okay.
charge.
Well, I'll make a motion regarding case 2019-09 to start sanctions the day after they receive their certified mail or are served by the process server, to start at $50 a day, and after 2 weeks to increase to $100 a day should they not comply.
Second?
Have a motion, second, any discussion? I would like to, if they try to avoid signing for it, if we have to process several, I'd like to modify that to just go straight to $100 at that time. That way they can't delay it just by not signing for it.
I'll amend my motion to comply with the comments made by Commissioner Foster.
Second.
Have a motion, second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
I didn't hear
So-
Commissioner Foster, I'm sorry.
If you have to have them process served, it's immediately $100 a day. If they sign for it, it starts at $50 a day for 2 weeks, and then after that goes to $100 a day.
Good me.
Case number 2020-16.
Yes, this is case 2020-16, Darrell R. and Shannon M. Danbury, which is 2987 McLean Pike in Red House, tax map 165, parcel 14. The pictures speak for themselves. Not much has changed. In fact, the sheriff said at the day of board meeting that it's gotten worse since then, right?
Is the dog still there?
The dog is still there, and I want to rescue him so badly.
these folks came to our meeting one
Yes.
time, didn't they? And said they were
Yeah.
gonna do something about it?
Yeah.
Obviously haven't, okay. I'll make a motion that we impose sanctions regarding case number 2020-16 to add $100 a day starting immediately, starting the day after they receive their certified letter or are process served.
Second?
Got a motion, a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Case number 2020-21.
This is day case 2021, Shafiq Ahmed, 3735 Tays Valley Road in Hurricane, tax map 222, parcel 68. Mr. Ahmed did receive a 30-day extension from the 60 days, and this time extension has elapsed. I went out there Friday and took more pictures, and he did clean up what you all suggested and recommended the last meeting. You can see the red building now out back. The porch was cleaned. There was just a toilet out there, but he is remodeling the inside of that home to rent it out for, I think, commercial property or office building or something. So they're really working on it. But to what I can see, it's cleaned. That's my opinion, but it's up to you to decide.
Looks like you still need some gutter repair on the outside. Does look like he's made a lot of progress. The concern is that it stays in a kept condition. So we can always bring it back up if it falls into further state of disrepair. But I do think the gutters need to go ahead and get fixed as soon as you can on that. And other than that, I don't have a problem with it.
So what is our, what is our procedure to, if something would go in disrepair, they could just come back and go through the normal process, or?
Yeah, you could definitely get another complaint
Okay,
anytime. Yeah,
okay.
Well, I'd
absolutely.
like to leave it open until he gets gutters repaired, if you
Right.
guys are okay with that.
Yeah,
No
we-
sanctions,
no
no sanctions, but just give him, 30 days to get the gutters fixed,
Okay.
the downspouts.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you understand that, Dr. Ahmad? So we see the improvements you made, and we appreciate that. We still, Commissioner Foster, I know you're remodeling the building, but the gutters he sees as an issue. So,
This will take until August to doing everything. That's what the people who is working on that, they says.
so you're remodeling the whole building?
Yes.
So the gutters are going to be repaired as a part of the
Yeah,
remodel?
Gutter and the roof, the guy who is be doing in gutter, he said roof need to be changed, so we come to roof
Okay.
also.
Are you going to be able to take care of that in the next 30 days?
Can you repeat that, please?
Are you going to be able to take care of that in the next 30 days?
No, it will take longer time, Your Honor.
You said,
Take longer, because he said that roof will be done in the end. Roof and the gutter will be done in the end, right now,
At the end? What is the anticipated
he said
date?
August.
August.
August? Okay, I'm okay with that. We can hold that, just hold it open though.
Yeah, so what we'll do, is we'll make a motion to review it again in 60 days to see the progress you've made on the
Okay.
building.
No, right now the people are working, so will be progress.
Okay,
There are some garbage outside because of the construction debris.
Right.
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Seven. Thank you.
Thank you for your efforts. So I'll, Larry, do you want that as a formal motion to review in 60 days?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make a motion regarding case 2020-21 that we review progress of the building in 60 days.
Second?
Have a motion?
60 days, what you want to see, what I need to fix that.
Just, we want to see the progress of the building, but mainly the roof and gutters. That would be August.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're just keeping it open so we can review and make sure you're making progress.
After the electricity on, there are a couple of days electricity off. So he called me, and they said they were not doing anything for last 2 days.
Yeah.
So there are some problems.
As long as you keep making progress, we'll be good.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor. Did you second it?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Discussion and decision on approval to close cases 2020-18.
Yes, I'm asking the county commission to dismiss case 2020-18 based on the property is now in compliance. There are before and after pictures. This property is located at 109 Maplewood Estates, Scott Depot, tax map 223E, parcel 12, respondents are Roger D. and Nancy J. Chapin.
So they removed the building totally?
This might be the most significant improvement we've had in a case, so.
Yeah,
good-
we were just saying that in the office
Yeah,
a couple
good.
days ago.
Good job.
Yep. I'll make a motion that we close case 2020-18 as it's been presented.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Case number 2020-11.
Yes, I'm asking the county commission to dismiss the case, dated case 2020-11, based on the property is now in compliance. This is at 2 Granada Circle in Hurricane, tax map 223A, parcel 58, respondent Crystal R. Tincher. And there are before and after pictures there for you. The structures are totally gone. There's no debris. They got hay there to make the grass grow, I guess.
Excellent.
Or help the grass.
Make a motion that we close case regarding 2020-11 as it's been presented.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And that,
Ms. Peck, I want to commend you on your continued work, and we're making a difference.
thank you.
So much.
Yep.
Thanks.
On behalf of FBD LLC, Jimmy Calhoun has submitted a zoning amendment application on March 18, 2021 to rezone a 1.95 acre tract of land located at 18108 Winfield Road, Fraser's Bottom, West Virginia, tax map 162, parcel 89, zoned as an R2 mixed residential district and petitioning to be rezoned as a C1 suburban commercial district. Ms. Peck?
Yes, facts that need to be determined. The proposed amendment would protect and promote the public health, safety, convenience, moral, and general welfare. The governing body, with the advice of the Planning Commission, must find that the amendment is consistent with the adopted comprehensive plan. If the amendment is inconsistent, then the governing body, with the advice of the Planning Commission, must find that there have been major changes of economic, physical, or social nature with the area involved, which were not anticipated when the comprehensive plan was adopted, and those changes have substantially altered the basic characteristics of the area. Reference documents are at the President's seat. These include Tays Valley Land Use Plan, US 35 Corridor Management Plan, Putnam County Community Plan 2014, Bridging to the Future. Legal authority may be found in Article 2000, Section 2000.01, Power of County Commission, Article 2000, Section 2000.02, Initiation of the amendment to the ordinance. An amendment, supplement, or modification in the zoning text or zoning maps of this ordinance may be initiated by A, a petition approved by the County Planning Commission, or B, a petition duly signed by real property owners of 50% or more of the property involved in the petition. With this rezoning request, a petition was approved, signed, and recorded by the Putnam County Planning Commission. And it can also be found in Article 2000, Section 2000.03. Zone descriptions are described in Article 450, Section 450.01, Purpose, R2 Mixed Residential District. It is the intent of the R2 Mixed Residential District to establish a variety of residential densities consisting consisting of single-family dwelling, multifamily duplex, two-family, and compatible uses. This district shall provide for the requirements consistent with community values and needs. Standards consistent with those values and needs and appropriate for mixed and multifamily residential district shall A, stabilize and protect the district's residential character while promoting a suitable environment for family life. B, provide for the access of light and air to windows while providing privacy by controlling the spacing and height of structures. Require the provision of open space and the regulation of signs to enhance the quality of life, and require the provision of off-street parking to promote a safe and effective traffic circulation system, and E, to promote a variety of residential types and densities to accommodate a diversity of households. Article 600, Section 600.1, Purpose, C1 Suburban Commercial District. It is the intent of the C1 Suburban Commercial District to provide for retail business and services that serve primarily the residents of suburban area of the county. This district shall allow conveniences and personal services, service establishments generally compatible through proper site planning with residential uses. By limiting the number of uses and intensity of development, the surrounding residential and commercial property values shall be enhanced by protecting them from excessive levels of noise, lighting, or other nuisances. A copy of the application and disclosure statement is included as attachment A. FBD LLC is requesting to rezone 1.95 acres to a C1 suburban commercial district. A copy of the plat is attached as an attachment B. FBD LLC submitted a deed recorded in Deed Book 582, page 889 in the Putnam County Clerk's Office attesting to ownership. A copy of the deed is included as attachment C. A copy of the zoning map is included as attachment D. The proposed rezoning site is outlined with a blue line. The zoning districts are existing uses which are adjacent to the subject parcel include the following. To the north is the Canal River. C1 Suburban Commercial District surrounds the property. Article 450 R2 Mixed Residential District, which describes the purpose, permitted principal uses, permitted accessory uses, special permit uses, and development standards for the R2 district, is included as attachment E. Article 600 C1 Suburban Commercial District, which describes the purpose, permitted principal uses, permitted accessory uses, special permit uses, and development standards for the C1 district, is included as attachment F. Screening requirements in Article 1300 in the zoning ordinance shall be adhered to whenever non-residential development in a C1 is proposed next to any residential district or residential land uses. Landscaping and screening requirements are included as attachment G. The property is located on FEMA Firm Panel 128D. There is a floodplain noted on this property. Picture of the floodplain area is included as attachment H. On January 19th, 2021, the Planning Commission approved the rezoning of the abutting property. Tax map 162, part of parcel 18, from R2 mixed residential to C1 suburban commercial district. The County Commission approved the rezoning. Sorry, that's a mistake. On April 16th, 2021, all abutting landowners within 250 feet were notified of the proposed rezoning. On April 22nd and 29th, a legal advertisement describing the rezoning was published in the Hurricane Breeze. On May 11th, 2021, a sign describing the rezoning request was posted on site. It was open for a Planning Commission public hearing. Public comments, there were no comments. Planning Commission discussion, facts presented by the Planning Commission as reasons for recommending approval. Criteria 1, the Planning Commission found that the proposed amendment would protect and promote the public health, safety, convenience, morals, and general welfare because it will enable the owner to establish a business and not harm anything or anyone. Motion to approve was made by Glenn Yeager and seconded by Brian Hoyman to answer yes to criteria 1. The motion carried unanimously. Criteria 2 is the amendment consistent in achieving the objectives of the adopted comprehensive plan, US 35 corridor management plan, and the Tays Valley land use plan. The Planning Commission found that the amendment is consistent in achieving the objectives of the adopted comprehensive plan, US 35 corridor management plan, and the Tays Valley land use plan, because this has already been determined for neighboring property in the past. It will not adversely impact the property or the surroundings. This zoning will bring this parcel into the same zoning as surrounding parcels. Motion to approve was made by Glenn Yeager and seconded by Jason Asbury to answer yes to criteria 2. The motion carried unanimously. Planning Commission action, motion by the Planning Commission for recommendation to the County Commission for rezoning request 2021-02. Motion was made by Jason Asbury to recommend that this rezoning request from R2 Mixed Residential District to C1 Suburban Commercial District be sent to the Putnam County Commission for approval. Brian Hoyman seconded the motion, and the motion carried unanimously. Motion was made to approve the president to sign the petition by Jason Asbury and seconded by Brian Hoyman. The motion carried unanimously. Options. The County Commission may take a variety of action on the proposed request. Should the County Commission desire further information regarding the application or facts and hearsay presented during the public hearing, the matter may be postponed for action at a later date. Should the County Commission find that the application protects and promotes the public health, safety, convenience, and morals, general welfare, and meets the intent of the reference planning documents, then the request can be approved. Should the County Commission find the application does not promote and protect the public health, safety, convenience, moral, and general welfare, or does not meet the intent of the referenced planning documents, then the request can be denied. There is a worksheet at the end of the packet.
Okay, we need to have our public hearing first, so I'll open the public hearing at this time. Any comments?
Make a motion to close public hearing regarding 18108 Winfield Road, Frederick's Bottom.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're going to go to the worksheet now. Number 1, will the proposed amendment protect and promote the public health, safety, convenience, morals, and general welfare?
I would say yes, it will promote growth without any harm to residences in the area.
Any further discussion? We'll just take a vote to make sure that everybody's in agreement. All those in favor of answering that first one, yes, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, number 2, is amendment consistent in achieving the objectives of the adopted comprehensive plan, US 35 corridor management plan, and the Tays Valley use plan?
I believe it is. You have surrounding parcels that have been, are commercial, and I think with the opening of new Route 35, even more reason to look at the rezoning.
Any other discussion? That's a yes. All in favor of answering question number 2 is yes, say aye.
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 With that, I will make a motion to approve the zoning request regarding 18108 Winfield Road in Frederick's Bottom, moving from R2 to C1 as it's been petitioned.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. Community Corrections Grant Contract, Tim Hanna.
All right, I have the FY 2021 Community Corrections Grant Contract for the Putnam County Day Report Center. They were awarded $175,000 for some of their operating costs for the Day Report Center. I just need a motion for the president to sign. Do you guys have any questions?
That's the same amount that they've received over the last couple of years.
Yep.
Make a motion to approve the community corrections grant contract and authorize the president to sign as it's been presented.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Final budget revision for the fiscal year 2021.
Commissioners, if it's okay with you, let's jump down to the MOU, since we have Tays Valley and Hurricane here, as well as our...
Agreement and memorandum of understanding with the Hurricane Volunteer Fire Department to provide emergency medical services within their fire protection district.
Before we take that up, to be consistent, as I have throughout this process, I will now recuse myself to my position as Hurricane City Manager and leave the room.
Mr. Fryer, are we satisfied now with the memorandum of understandings? Has it been back and forth and everybody's in agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, or yes, sir. We've gone back and forth a couple of times, made some revisions, and I think it's fine now.
Is the Hurricane Volunteer Fire Department satisfied with the memorandum of understanding?
It's the same version we reviewed last time. Yes.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'd like to make a motion that enter into the agreement of memorandum with the Hurricane Volunteer Fire Department to provide emergency medical services within their fire protection district.
And authorize.
The president to sign.
I'll second the motion. I got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Agreement and memorandum of understanding with the Tays Valley Volunteer Fire Department to provide emergency medical services within their fire protection district.
I'll make that motion that we enter into that agreement with the Tays Valley Volunteer Fire Department
And authorize the president.
and authorize the president to sign.
Second that motion. I got a motion and second. I'm assuming Tays Valley is still good with it. Okay, got a motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Darren, John, anyone want to come up and authorize signing as well?
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Make us
Commissioner.
proud.
Good thing is, if you failed, I didn't make that decision.
I'll scan them.
Like I say, guys, make us proud. Make us proud. I don't want to give them an excuse. Okay, final budget revision fiscal year 2021.
Okay, our accountant has ready for you to sign today, state budget revision number 3, which is due to the state today. That was the reason we needed an extra week in between our meetings, to give a little more time to get the numbers calculated. The state budget revision we have today increases the budget by $1,426,000 and $426,353. Most of that is grant related and to recognize some additional revenue that was received in various line items.
All signatures, President.
We'll need a motion for the president to sign.
Make a motion to approve the final budget revision for fiscal year 2021 and authorize president to sign.
Second.
Got a motion, second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Discussion and decision to transfer funds from the general county account to other county fund accounts.
Okay, so I got May's revenue numbers in yesterday and plugged those into my spreadsheet. And it looks like the most accurate numbers I can come up with that our projected carryover will be around 4.7 million. That is a conservative projection. That also includes the funds that were already transferred to the city of Hurricane and Tays Valley for the EMS startup funds. So it would have been a little over 5 million, but I factored that into the math. So you've got a budget number for our carryover to be 3.5, and our projection at this point is around 4.7. So my suggestion would be to transfer money, maybe $1 million to $1.2 million, somewhere in that range, to other funds, because you don't want to have a carryover that large.
Yeah, typically, Commissioner Ellis, I know this is a first time going through this process. We have a couple funds that we look at. In the past, we have a technology fund that we put money into, but we've done a lot of upgrades here recently. We have a building fund, which can go into any sort of building projects. We have a water fund, which can go into future water projects. And we were just had that grant award, so there could be some costs associated with that. And correct me if I'm wrong, Jerry, but when we move money into these funds, it has to be a unanimous decision to move money out of. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, any special fund to move money back into general county it'd have to be a unanimous decision.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, don't we currently have a rainy day fund and infrastructure fund as well?
We do. Our rainy day fund is at $500,000. We just added $100,000 to that back in January. And then our infrastructure fund has 1.2 million sitting in it that was from CARES money.
And that we had discussed earlier about applying that to our fiber optic
Correct.
System.
Correct.
The water fund, you have how much in it?
Water fund is $548,000 as the end of May.
And approximately how much of that will go towards Jim Ridge?
At least $250,000 is what our match requirement is, but it could possibly take more depending on what those bids come in at. I know original projections were around 2 or 2.2 million for that project, so it's certainly possible that we could, depending on what the prices are when it goes out to bid next year, it's possible that we could need more than that $250,000 match.
And the building fund, what do you have in it now?
Building fund, we have 1.7 million. We had transferred 1.2 million out of CARES funds to be applied towards the sheriff's facility out of that. And then also we have the Lake Shadessa culvert repair that's going to take anywhere from 150, 160,000. So that'll come out of the building fund as well.
So the building fund, actually, we're going to have more like 1.5.
Yeah.
Correct.
Just my opinion, obviously, for discussion. I'm fine with where we're at with the rainy day fund. I think we've got a sufficient balance there. I'd like us to see us put 200,000 in the water fund. So given what we know we're going to spend on the Gym Ridge, that would still leave us $500,000 in that account, and potentially split the other $1,500,000 each in infrastructure and building funds, just as a way to kind of start discussions.
So 200, 500, and 500?
Yes, sir.
Discussion? Where are we with the new funds, the 10.5 or 10.9 million we're supposed to get come from federal government? Did we get our first one?
We did. We received the first half payment, sorry, the first half payment last week, which was just a little over $5.5 million.
Okay, and the discussion on that, originally we were looking at putting some of that in the fiber optic system. There has been some discussion about if those funds are utilized for that, you have to use Davis-Bacon, which may create a larger cost for us.
Right, if it's involved, if those funds are involved in a bid process.
Okay.
My understanding.
So I want to be careful where we put funds to make sure that, because we can repurpose those for the sheriff's building, for example.
Right.
The infrastructure, I'd rather put more in the infrastructure fund out of this, and if those funds are already here, we could drop that into the building fund, and that might give us a little bit more flexibility. That's just my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I think wherever we utilize those funds, if there's a bid involved, it's going to be using Davis-Bacon, so whether it's building something or the fiber project.
Well, we're talking about what we're going to do with the carryover now.
Right.
And if we put the carryover into the infrastructure,
Right.
we wouldn't have to worry
Right,
about
for
at
that
least that
portion.
portion of the funds. That's my thought process. And what I'm saying is, if we put it into the other end of the building, it might make more sense to do it there. It's just part of the discussion.
Yeah, either way, I think we're just gonna have to really do our accounting work on the new stimulus funds being handed down about how we can properly utilize those, or most efficiently utilize those funds.
Yeah, and we could use those for our ambulances or sheriff's vehicles and purchases of those big ticket items. We may even be able to use those for this additional towers, which will help 911, which will help us service those areas out there. And that would be more of a, possibly more of a materials cost as opposed to that labor portion. So it may help us on that. Anyway, that's just part of the discussion. I'm open. Mr. Ellis, your thoughts?
I think you're right on.
So would you have a objection, Commissioner Skidmore, to maybe just put it all in infrastructure and then use some of those other funds to?
Still doing the 200,000 for water? And then
Oh, yeah,
So
absolutely.
200,000 for water and then $1 million for the infrastructure fund? Yeah, I don't have any problem with that.
Okay, you want to make a motion?
Yep, I'll make the motion that we allocate out of our carryover funds $200,000 to the water fund and $1 million to the infrastructure fund.
I'll second.
Okay, I've got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, budget revisions?
Yep, I've got 8, so if you're okay with it, I'll read all of them together, and then we can make one motion, unless there's any objections. Department 402, this is to increase full-time employee overtime by $2,500, and do subscriptions by $250, and to decrease full-time employee wages by $2,500, and decrease contracted services by $250. Department 404, Sheriff Tax, this is to decrease full-time employee wages by $4,000, decrease printing by 1,000, decrease materials and supplies by 1,429.78, increase part-time employee wages by 4,000, auto supplies by 129.78, and capital outlay by $2,300. Prosecutor's office, increase capital outlay by 5,000, supplies and materials by 4,000, part-time employees overtime by $100, and full-time employee overtime by $2,400. Decrease travel by 5,000, decrease professional services by 4,000, and decrease part-time salaries and wages by $2,500. Department 412, WVU Extension, decrease travel by $3,279.55, and increase building equipment rent by $3,279.55. Department 700, Sheriff's Department, decrease auto supplies by $24,000, increase professional services by $10,000, increase maintenance repair buildings and grounds by $4,400, and capital outlay by $9,600. Department 711, Office Emergency Management, increase capital outlay equipment by $10,878.36, increase maintenance and repair equipment by $1,522.60, and contracted services by $295.04, decrease printing by $75, travel by $1,000, advertising $100, professional services $221, training and education $400, postage $50, capital outlay buildings $10,000, uniforms $250, and dues and subscriptions by $600. Department 712, which is 911, decrease capital outlay building by $20,000, postage $134.92, advertising $886.50, travel $800, maintenance and repair equipment $4,000, training and education $1,000, professional service $800. To offset that, increase full-time overtime by $11,421.61, printing $992.09, supplies $1,942.38, uniforms $119.13, capital outlay equipment $3,830.97. And the last one is the Animal Shelter Department 716, to decrease materials and supplies by $3,200, uniforms $500, maintenance and repair autos and trucks $500, increase auto supplies by $2,200, maintenance and repair buildings and grounds by $1,500, and contracted services by $500.
Make a motion to approve the budget revisions as been presented.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Sign orders and resolutions presented by the commission staff.
Okay. First order I have is to issue a check from the TIF fund in the amount of $20,624.54 payable to West Banco trustee for May 2021 TIF revenue.
Making a motion to approve the order as presented.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
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 Okay, I've got three orders out of the building fund. I'll read them all together. First one is in the amount of $14,300 payable to Mr. Asphalt for work completed on the Putnam County Parking Lot Improvement Project. That was the last portion that was seal coated. Check in the amount of $4,450 payable to Randolph Engineering for work completed on the Lake Shadessa Culvert Repair Project. And $8,630 payable to NGE Incorporated for geotechnical work completed on the Putnam County Sheriff's Facility Project.
Make a motion to approve the orders as presented.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I've got an order from the Putnam County Infrastructure Fund in the amount of $6,000 payable to S&S Engineers Incorporated for work completed on the Putnam County Fiber Optic Broadband Project.
Make a motion to approve the order as presented.
Second. Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
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 Issue a check from the Spay and Neuter Fund in the amount of $475 payable to Help for Animals for services provided.
Make a motion to approve the order as presented.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, order the clerk to issue deputies sheriff's civil service pay increments for fiscal year 2021 in accordance with the attached listing for those who continue to be employed with the county as of June 30th, 2021.
Make a motion to approve the order as presented.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, the next two orders are both out of the Water and Sewer Fund. First one is for $1,500 payable to Terradon Corporation for the addition of Deerfield Estates to the Water Feasibility Report. And the second one is for $6,750 to Terradon Corporation for engineering services on the Jim Ridge Phase 2 Water Main Extension Project.
Make a motion to approve the orders as presented.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
And the last one is to order the clerk to issue a check from the COVID-19 Fund in the amount of $12,825 payable to the Putnam County Fire Service Board for the second distribution of fireman hazard and incentive pay.
Make a motion to approve the order as presented.
Second?
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Do have some board appointments.
Okay.
Make a motion to reappoint Destiny Newcomb to serve on the Putnam County Dilapidated Building Enforcement Agency, effective May 11, 2021, term to expire May 10th, 2023.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Make a motion to reappoint Charity Fleur to the Putnam Union Public Service District Board, effective August 1st, 2021, with a term to expire September 30th, 2027.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Make a motion to reappoint Al Howard to serve on the Putnam County Development Authority Board, effective October 1st, 2021, with a term to expire September 30th, 2024.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Where's your
Background.
Commissioner Skidmore's?
Thought maybe the background check didn't come through.
Could be. Make a motion, we appoint R. Andrew Skidmore to the Putnam County Development Authority. The term will be effective October 1st, 2021, with a term to expire September 30, 2024.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any other committee appointments, interviews, agency boards? We got some interviews this afternoon for job opening.
We do. We've got 3 interviews for the planning and development engineer position.
Have we missed anything?
Nope.
Take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion we adjourn to our next scheduled meeting, Thursday, June 24th at 5:30 p.m.
Second?
A motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Jeremy, we had some stuff we were gonna sit around and discuss prior to those.
Yeah, if you guys would rather, we could meet in our conference room when we're in the air
I'd rather meet
conditioning.
where it's cool.